Hi, I'm Patrick Hope, and welcome to my weekly update for the legislative session from Thomas Jefferson's Capitol. This was crossover in Budget Week, probably the busiest week we have here all session. On Tuesday, the House and Senate voted to approve its ethics overhaul by a vote of 93 to 6. I voted no, and I want to tell you why. The whole point of ethics reform is to restore the voters' confidence in government, and this bill falls short. The bills impose a $100 cap on gifts and eliminating the exception for intangible gifts, which allowed lawmakers to accept free travel, sports outings, and entertainment without limit. The bills also create an ethics advisory panel to oversee the mandatory filing of disclosure forms and handle inquiries from officials about appropriate conduct. One of my problems with the bill is that it does not endow the panel with the authority to investigate or sanction lawmaker behavior. I believe this is a major shortcoming. There is no accountability in our system and hardly a way to get caught in our system without the ability to enforce the laws. Another shortfall, which is major in my opinion, is the bill doesn't deal with campaign finance reform. Virginia is one of just a handful of states that puts no limits whatsoever on contributions, and it imposes barely any rules at all on the users which those contributions can be put. Under the current ethics bills, while meals and intangible gifts may be reduced, I guarantee campaign contributions will increase, and the hunting trips, the concert tickets, and other giveaways will continue by just turning the event into a campaign event. My hope is the ethics reform bill will improve in conference committee, or else we'll be back here again next year trying to for the second year in a row restore the voters' confidence in government. This week we also took up the House budget that passed 81 to 18. I voted no here again because I believe the budget represents a missed opportunity. For one thing, the budget underfunds our K-12 system. Our per pupil funding still stands at 2009 levels pre-recession. All told, we underfund our public schools by $1.5 billion a year, and that gap must start to close, especially when the economy has started to improve. The bill also slashes millions for preschool slots, which is critically important to localities and to our children's success. The budget also makes cuts to the Governor McAuliffe's Governor's Access Plan to serve an estimated 20,000 Virginians with serious mental illness. The House plan would extend behavioral health care benefits to more than 29,000 people, but the plan would limit eligibility to the people earning up to 80% of federal poverty level and rely on increased funding for free clinics and community health centers to provide the care. Now, while our free clinics and community health centers, they just don't have the expertise or the capacity to deal with this complicated population. We should deal with this population more comprehensively and at less cost to the taxpayer. And if that weren't enough, the budget explicitly rejects expanding Medicaid under the Affordable Care Act, leaving 400,000 working Virginians without access to coverage. I'm going to keep fighting for those working Virginians that are just one accident or illness away from financial ruin. Expanding Medicaid is good for our economy, and it's good for Virginia. Please join me back here next week for another legislative update as we race toward the finish line this legislative session. In the meantime, if I need to contact my office, please go to my website at hopeforvirginia.org. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you right back here next week.